Hello, and welcome back to my garden. Um, let's see, it's another beautiful day today. A little bit overcast, although I see the sun is starting to come out. So maybe it will be a really nice day, and we'll be able to do a little bit more gardening. Yesterday's Zoom class was very interesting. I thought we did a lot of work, especially on the last reading about social conventions. So maybe I will start there. For tomorrow, remember, for class tomorrow, what you have as a homework task is to write a very short paragraph that uses at least 4 of the new words that were in that reading. That's a hard little task, but I think it's really important. Sometimes we spend time learning new vocabulary, new words, but we memorize them. We can see what the word means. We maybe in a newspaper, or if we hear it in a conversation, we understand it. But the really hard part is taking those words that we memorize, we learn, and then using them. So what we'll try to do over the next little while as well, maybe in writing, because in some ways writing is easier to do this, we will be doing some practice of using words that we've learned so that we become more comfortable with them. I think that's really important. A person can memorize hundreds of words, thousands of words, but if they don't use them when they're talking or writing, it really doesn't help us. So make sure you write that. We're going to do this in a couple of ways. I think we'll put you in small groups, and then you'll read your paragraph to your classmates. And then second, a few people will share them with the whole class. In today's posting, I post what you will see is another video about conversation and small talk. This one goes a little bit further than the 2 videos that we've already seen, because it talks a little bit about the goals, why, and what our purpose is when we use small talk, and what we are looking for when we choose topics to talk about and people's reaction to those topics. Because the goal we have of small talk, a couple of people in class yesterday mentioned how hard it is to make friends, to move from just the sort of outside, hi, how are you? Many and most people are polite. They like a little bit of chit chat. Hello, how are you? Yes, this, that. But they don't go deeper than that. It's harder to reach that inner private world because many people live inside their world of their immediate family, and they don't have a lot of friends, and they don't have a large family that comes and visits. It's very different than in some places. So how do we use maybe small talk to start to bridge into that world? So watch the video. There's a short quiz after, and we'll talk about it more on Friday. Next, you will see 2 things. I was going to start us looking at another verb tense, but before we do that, I wanted to touch on a topic we did a little bit of work on in class, but is kind of a hard topic that many people struggle with. And that is this grammar concept of a sentence, a clause, and a phrase. There are many different kinds of clauses and many different kinds of phrases. And at your level, you are supposed to be able to see the difference between a clause, a phrase, and different kinds of clauses. So I thought it would be a good grammar exercise for us to go back and see what is the difference between a sentence, a clause, and a phrase. Okay? So you will read a little bit of information first about what a clause is, and then try one exercise. After we do a little work on this part, what we'll do is watch some videos on the difference between a clause and a phrase. So that's the grammar task we have to work on over the next few days and into next week. Clauses and phrases. And then we'll look at some different kinds of clauses and how to construct them. Adjective clauses, relative clauses. What's the difference between a dependent and independent clause? What is a fragment sentence? These kinds of topics, which are very, very important because with many types of clauses, we have to choose different kinds of words to connect them into a sentence. So that's our next sort of topic for a little bit. Now that I think most people have a strong understanding of present perfect, we'll come back to grammar verb tenses maybe in a week or so. We'll take up past perfect. The last little bit goes back to that reading. It's an exercise that has you trying to put that reading back together. So it gives you parts of the reading on social convention, and then you have to choose the order to rebuild, rewrite that reading. So it's an interesting exercise, a very good reading practice. So we've done a little bit of reading practice. Otherwise, we will see you on Friday, 10:30 for morning students, 1:30 for afternoon students. I hope to see you. Take care and have a good day. Make sure you should comment or like something somewhere today so that I can see that you've completed some of the work. Then I can mark you present for the day. So take care and have a great day. Bye.